Okay, guys, so welcome to the second part of this tutorial. My name is Chibukem Okafo. So in the last tutorial, we talked about an identity column and we saw what an identity column can do for you, or also called auto increment in other databases. So in case you have not watched my previous tutorial, you can just go back and watch the tutorial on identity column. I'll put the description of the link below for you so that you can do that. So just like a review of what we did the last time in our tutorial, identity column helps us to auto increment the ID column or the primary key, which we practiced in our last tutorial. But in this tutorial, we would want to know what happens if you delete all the records in a database that contains an identity column. Let me demonstrate what I mean of an identity column. I'm going to insert a single record in this table. Um, I will give this my name. Uh, so if I insert this record now, remember what we have here is 7, and I have not explicitly um, insert 8 here. But if I do this and execute um, incorrect syntax, insert into person underscore tibia, we missed the value. So that has been taken. So let's say we have the number 8. Because this column is is an identity column, so it auto increment even without us explicitly putting it here. So now see, let's delete all the record. So I'm going to delete the records now. Uh, Sorry about that. Okay, so the records has been deleted. So if I try to select everything from that record now, you see it's empty. So let's insert this value now and see what happens. So if I insert into this table now and execute, I've inserted a single row, and now let's see what happened if I select everything in a table. So now you see that it's still picking from the previous data we inserted, which is 9. Remember, it was 8 and it is 9. So if we delete the entire record in a database, how do we reset um, the identity column so that we can start from 1 again? We use a command called a DBCC, which means a database consistency check, and I will go in depth in this DBCC in the subsequent tutorial. So how do we do that? Let's see the syntax on how we do that in our slide. So we'll use this dbcc check ident, and then we'll put the table name and we'll say reseed on 0. So that function has three three arguments that we need to use in order to reset the identity column. So let's do that. So I'll type dbcc check ident. Let's get the correct spelling. Okay, that's correct. Check ident, and then we'll put the table name, which is in our own case is person underscore tbl receipt, and I'll receipt to 0. Let me see if I'm getting the values right. Okay, I think we need to. Okay, so let's do this. DBCC check ident, the table name you received, and you put in 0. That means you are starting from 0. I will execute, and this has been imputed. If you read what we have here, it says checking identity information, current identity value is equals to 9. DBC execution completed. If DBCC prints error message, contact your system administrator. So what this is trying to say is the check saw that the last value was 9, but now we have reseeded it to 0. If you check on my previous tutorial, you see what the seed means, and from there you can infer what the reseed means as well. So not without that, let's move. Let's see. Let's insert another column, another record rather, and see what happens then. So I'm still going to insert this record that has been inserted, and I'll execute again. Now we see it starts from 1. We should have deleted this value initially, but we see that because we reseeded it, it has started from 1 now. So that is how to reset an identity column um, in SQL Server. We'll call it a day here. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you, and stay tuned for my next tutorial.